We are in live now in YouTube. Okay, new try. If this don't work, we're gonna try it with the phone. So let's hope that this is gonna in YouTube. Okay, new try. Yeah, it will. We are there now.
Okay.
Wow. So we're gonna test this, and if this doesn't work, then we go with the phone. But so Mandy, what's up?
Hey.
What's up?
I just still think something's wrong because there's 3 of you. So to me, it seems
No,
like
no.
something's.
Look at your on your phone. You can see the YouTube. Then how it looks in YouTube because it's only your site. How you don't see it normally there. You have to look on YouTube, but don't push anything other those screens.
So it's the same YouTube. Uh, it's a totally different YouTube video now.
Yeah, it's a new live.
Oh, let me get out of that one
So
because I
you
want to be in the thing so I can see the comments.
yeah. So always
You know what I'm saying?
you have to check always how it looks in YouTube. So there you go.
Right. I know. Okay.
So you see it.
Yeah.
Good.
There's 2 people, huh?
Yeah, 2 people. Welcome. And sorry about
Hello.
this thing. I think I could link us in Discord too. Hopefully that works. Mm-hmm.
And so if we have more TD, we're going to do it on our phone.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna try it then. But yeah, now we are here.
Yay.
Yay.
Don't get too excited.
So where you wanna what you wanna talk about? Moikka Joop. Hello.
I kind of just kind of how we did it last time. I just kind of want to talk about like what I'm going through,
Yes.
but also if anybody has any questions about symptoms or anything, just help with
Yeah.
reassurance and stuff while they're going through it, because that's the hardest the hardest part on the journey is while you're going through it. You just need somebody to hold your hand always. It's
Yeah.
just part of it.
Yes. So please guys, if you have any questions, you can always put the chat and that's why we are here. So
And don't be embarrassed about your questions, no matter how weird or repetitive they are.
indeed. Yeah. Ask anything. Ask anything.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
no weird questions.
no.
There
In
really
this
aren't. There's no weird symptoms. They're even, as
there-
weird as they may seem, there's really no weird.
yeah, sometimes symptoms
Uh,
can be just so weird. Um yeah, how you are handling
yeah.
there? How you are holding up?
Me?
Yes, you. You.
Hey, when I got off the other day, did you have a visitor? Did you have someone said that they wanted to join? Did you have someone else come on?
No, 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 no. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
I
I
don't
was
I
like, oh,
haven't
I haven't
take the
seen.
random guests. I don't even have that kind of
Yeah.
program that I could
Okay. I was
do.
wondering. Um, so yeah, I got off here the other day. What was that, Sunday? And I went out with my brother and his wife and my niece, and we went out and we walked some trails, and it was really nice because she's 20. Did she just turn 20? She's 19 or 20, and she's having really bad blood sugar issues. She's on a lot of caffeine, and I can't tell them anything. I can just share my experience, but I can't really. Anyway, she's having blood sugar issues. If she doesn't eat, she feels really weird. She starts to get faint feeling and white. She'll get really white, and I'm like,
Oh,
you're already. I didn't have that when I was that age. Like, I mean, maybe every now and then I would have something like that, but so we were on a walk, and I was doing really well, and I love that. I love that. because I check in with myself still. I'm like, wow, I'm on a walk. Like I'm on this really long type walk out in nature, and I can do it because 2, 3, 4 years ago I couldn't. 5 years ago I couldn't do that.
Yes.
So I'd start feeling weird and scared, and apprehensive about, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to make it anyway? But we were naturally just getting hungry because we were there like 2 or 3 hours, and so we went and got some food, and then after we ate, we were back in the car, and she said, I'm glad we ate. I was starting to get that low blood sugar feeling, and I was like, oh wow, yeah. And it's just interesting that she gets that at 19, 20 years old, and I'm sitting here thinking, should I even be talking about this? But yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying her name or anything, but like,
Yeah.
I cannot diagnose or anything like that, but
Hmm.
I am assuming it's from her caffeine use and that's just her body. Like like if I were to guess, she could probably fall off the mountain a lot earlier than what we did, because
Yeah.
she's already starting to have those types of, I mean, we had intrusive thoughts and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
her body is already being affected
Yeah.
by this drug, by having blood sugar issues, because a normal regulated body should be able to fast and not feel dizzy if you don't eat.
Yeah.
A
Yes.
regulated body.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I
And
always.
she's had, huh?
Yeah, like I think about that many people who they don't get it, like this post-acute withdrawal syndrome. Like you can think about it for many of us who have this total reset and long symptoms, almost like if you know what insulin resistance is. Insulin resistance is basically that the glucose don't get in the cells. So we have
Yeah.
basically the dopamine resistance. You can think the same way with the dopamine system that is rewiring and all the other neurotransmitters. So it took a while before the dopamine starts to or dopamine receptor starts to get back their natural sensitivity and all the other stuff will fall into place. So
Right.
mhm.
But when all the dopamine is off, then that is going to take your blood sugar off, and your hunger and your other things are going to be off as a result of dopamine being off. So it's always the dopamine. That's
Yeah.
probably what she's got. She's probably got a lot of dopamine deficiency or not connection. But she
Mm.
had major trauma as a baby. She had to be life lighted. She was my sister-in-law. She was almost stillborn. She was basically stillborn, and she had to be life lighted to downtown
Wow.
Houston, and it was like this big deal. She was there for like 2 months. She had all these like crystallizations on her body and everything. Like it was she's
Mhm.
hard of hearing. She's super smart, super beautiful, super sweet. But she has had, I mean, that's as a baby, like major, major, major trauma.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
major trauma.
Yes.
And so, okay, is it the caffeine affecting her, or was she already
Hi.
so traumatized that? Hello, hey Jesse, hey,
Hey.
how you doing, buddy? That is uh she's already so traumatized that her nervous system is already so dysregulated, and then she puts caffeine in the mix. Of course she's going to have blood sugar issues. But
Yes.
it's just so funny when people start having blood sugar issues and they're like, oh, I just need to be able to, I just need to eat. Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
Extremely quick.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Is it better when my
I can try to like put your speak something, Mandy. I can try to like just keep speaking. Mandy, can you hear me?
that better? Is that better?
Uh, keep speaking. I can try to
Is that
put.
better?
Yeah. Keep speaking.
Jesse, on your end, is that better?
Definitely for here.
It's probably my microphone because I was eating and it was like way over
Yeah,
here.
but
Sorry.
put that and I check it like
These
skip.
headphones are
Keep
boo boo.
speaking.
Jesse, on your end, is that better?
Definitely for here.
It's probably
better?
my microphone because I was eating and it was like way over
Yeah,
here.
but
Sorry.
put that and Mandy, we can do a test. So keep speaking and I will test the voices. So keep speaking.
Okay. So, you know how it goes. It's not really blood
Yeah,
sugar
but
issues.
that
I mean,
and-
it is. That's the symptom
Mandy,
is the
we
blood
can
sugar,
do a test.
but is she dysregulated? Is her nervous system dysregulated from past traumas and then adding caffeine and just I just love that I'm getting away from it's all caffeine. Like is definitely a problem. It's definitely affecting people, but it's not the whole issue when it comes to the nervous system being dysregulated. Yeah, is that better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? But caffeine is such, I mean, what do we say every single time? It's such an
So yep, no can
yeah.
hear
So
her.
it was my mic. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying to eat some protein, some yogurt,
Yeah.
get it in my mouth. But when I talk, I'll put it back over here.
Yes.
So it's so important to understand that caffeine is an underestimated drug that affects people, but also why are people's nervous systems also possibly dysregulated? And then we put caffeine in the mix for so many years and then we quit, especially cold turkey, and then it's like boom, it just the nervous system just blows up, or and then we have to do this whole reset. But the
Keep the
traumas do
mic.
affect you. I
Keep
mean,
the mic closer.
she's
There you go.
functional. Is it really that
Yeah.
serious? That
Yeah.
it needs to
It
be like
is.
right
It
there. Okay,
is.
I'll just hold it.
Yeah.
I'll hold it. Wow. That's so crazy that it's like, I mean, that's still pretty close right there, but it has to be like right up on it. Okay. Is that better when I take the thing off?
It's cool to keep it.
Okay. Okay. I can hold it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just here nor there. I mean, it's important to know that, but anyway, I had a good time and then came home and just hung out with my dog. Just been chilling a lot lately. I'm just kind of in this place where I just want to relax, and I feel,
Yes.
spending a lot of energy because, I've said this. I was up at my sister's, what was like last year or 2 years ago, and it's when I made the video at her house and I was on the phone holding it the whole time.
Yeah.
And I started noticing, okay, every time we level up wherever we're at, so that was like around 3 or 4 years for me, then we start to have the capacity to do more things and have more things in our life. And then we have to experience that with a brand new sober brain, free from substances and just processing stuff out. So we're upgraded, but yet we go through new stressors and then we have to adapt to those new stressors. And it can be very challenging but definitely part of the process. And it's okay. It's not like you come out of it and you're like, boom, I'm ready to go, because you're like a brand new person, basically, brand new nervous system, brand new brain. And then you
brand new
have to kind of adapt.
brand new system, because you have to adapt with that new one. So you kind of
plus you're letting go of old behaviors and you're integrating and blah blah blah. So it's interesting, and there's a lot of energy being spent to do that. And so I just noticed lately I need some support. Like I'm functional and everything, but I still need support. I need to be able to talk. I need to be able to share like my new experiences along the recovery process, because to me, recovery doesn't just mean quitting substances. Recovery means coming back to your most authentic self. And I'm really trying to find out, who is Mandy? Who am I? And we're all doing that. We're all figuring that out. So, the first 3-4 years is just surviving was for me.
Same.
3.5, 4 years.
Same.
I was just so happy to like starting to be able to want to eat. Of course I always wanted to eat, but then like food was really a dopamine source for me. Spending time with some loved ones.
Yeah.
Going and eat and spending time with loved ones was really big. But that was my day. Like that was my whole, I'd get up and then that would excite me, and then I'd go do that. I'd go drive to my dad or to my mom or to my friend and go eat with them and hang out. Is that really living though? But I was happy, I was happy to be able to do that, go to the beach, hang out, feel good that I didn't have 1,000 symptoms anymore.
Yes.
But then, for some reason, past 5 years for me, then I started wanting to do other things, like having new relationships and stuff like that I was talking about Sunday. And it's just, I'm just so grateful that I am functional now. But at the same time, well, I'm still grateful. I'm never not grateful, but we do have new challenges that we have to come across.
For sure. Like for me, it's now like this financial stuff, and life stressors that I'm dealing it now pretty good. But I of course, better than on caffeine, I would, but it's still learning in the process because everything comes out so clear. So I wouldn't always have to say everything on YouTube. Of course, I wouldn't have to say everything on YouTube, but you know how it is when you are raw and you just let things come out sometimes a little bit.
Yeah.
Emotions
We're
can come
human.
out with a very, very, very drastic way, but I don't take anything to numb myself.
Right. No, I mean, that releasing the I mean, I cry almost every day. Like, I'm crying about all kinds of different emotional release stuff. Does that mean I'm broken or something's wrong with me?
No.
No. Like, I am alive, I'm awake, I am out of the bubble, which we call the what do we say? I don't know. The
Bubble.
first 3.5, 4 years we're in a bubble. We're in the coma.
Bubble coma. Coma. Yeah, coma. Yes, that's good. Healing
The
coma.
coma. And then you come out of that. I mean, we had emotions starting to surface then too, but I don't know. It's just interesting because we don't take anything. And so crying is very normal. It's very regulating on the nervous system to cry,
It is.
to express yourself, to be able to express whatever you're feeling. And it's just emotions. It doesn't mean that something's wrong. It doesn't mean like, oh, we're taking something. Oh, are they on something? Or, oh, are they
Yeah.
not healing properly? No, we're not on anything. And our emotions are adjusting.
Yeah, and that's so. I'm just
And
so like
yeah.
sometimes people like that's just so stupid to think right away. Are you taking something? Or we sure are not taking anything. Like if somebody's think like that, maybe he has his own fear going on or something, fear mongering, or I don't know. But like definitely we haven't been taking
Yeah.
anything like in this journey. And
Well, that's
like,
what I was gonna say. If anybody's questioning anything, it's their own mirror. It's their own
they are still they're
insecurities, which is
themselves
fine.
like
Yeah,
scared.
of
Scared.
course. And like that's what everybody. That's what I've been learning. Like we all have our own opinions and uh, our own triggers and our own insecurities. Yeah. Uh, not worrying about what other people are thinking. And then if we are, that's our own, thing to grow from. And that's what I've always said too. Like the triggers are there to help. Okay, like if I'm triggered by something, oh, I need to look in deep. What do I still need? If I'm triggered, then that means I still have something to process. That's how I look at it. And that's all it is.
And I look at it, it's just like emotions comes and goes and in this journey, and it's like a nervous system going back to regulation.
Yeah. It's all the nervous system. So that's what's interesting too, because I'm sitting here, right now, because, throughout my whole journey, I always think whatever I'm going through, I get kind of attached to that theory, and I process it and I learn about it. But it's always the nervous system. Like no matter what we're going through, if the nervous system is not 100% in parasympathetic and regulated, which we're not always, but we've talked about that many, many times. We're not just magically 1,000% in parasympathetic. No, we have to be able to go in sympathetic for survival, for protection. But we're not living in that state anymore. That state is purely survival, which is kind of interesting because I was talking to my sister. She's 15 years older than me. She lives in France. And I was telling her how my body is naturally doing all this as I'm free. She doesn't like, so her kind of mirror, her perception, and my perception, I don't think she likes when I say that I'm free, but I don't know if that's 100%, but I think she kind of gets triggered when I do because she consumes caffeine and alcohol. So she's kind of like, when I say kind of it's all happening naturally because I'm free, I think in her mind, I'm saying it's not happening for you because you're not free. I don't know if that's really happening that way. I don't know if that makes sense, but because immediately as I say that, because it is happening naturally for me, I can't help it. Like we're free and it's just our bodies, our nervous systems are naturally integrating to this more optimal state, higher level of consciousness, if you will, or whatever it is. It's not even that. It's just a higher level of the nervous system, a more optimal nervous system. And so as I'm saying all that, she's bringing up this book and this person, and it's like, and she's telling me how he kind of looks at it. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how I'm naturally doing it. So we're like, her and I are both kind of butting heads because we're alike, not butting heads, but I see it as kind of a tit for tat, like a like a, oh, well, this is what I'm doing. Oh, well, then you should read this. But, oh, well, I know this better than you. Oh, well, I know, very like kind of know-it-all-y.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
That's just
sometimes it goes like that.
it
I'm pretty
does
much so
sometimes.
introverted, so I that's kind of good for me that I'm like I just have to be wanting to spend time with the Bible and just be myself. But I do enjoy so much like going to the gym and just outside and of course helping people. But sometimes those
Mhm.
emotions comes out very strong, like they hit you, they hit you.
Yeah. Well, see, and then I
Yeah.
wonder if that's still like if you being introverted is still part of like your a little bit of like and I don't know, but a little bit of part of like your protective state, you know. And me, I'm more like I need
Maybe.
to talk it out or I need to go and be with people, not all the time. And that's part of my protective state. Like it makes me feel safe if I'm like
Or it's
around
a
people.
personality also, I think,
Or
some
is it
part of
personality? Yeah, I don't
some,
know.
yeah. Because we do
Um,
are different. Like, of course, we are not gonna all be the same, even with the regulated nervous system. No, we are in our own
sure.
individuals. So some people can be more
Personality.
intro,
Yeah.
more social.
Right.
Um,
But I wonder for me, okay, for example, because I can be introverted at times, especially during my cycle, but then I like to be more I guess what I'm trying to say for me is like I'm more fun, you know, I'm more expressive and talking, but is that I I want to just sit here and let my nervous system still recover and then see later if I still want to fawn, if I still want to talk as much. I because I do
yeah,
still even now, but I believe I'm still getting there, even though I'm more functional. I mean, people would probably think I'm just as functional and as healed as possible. But at the same time, I see all these different emotions surfacing and stuff. And it's like, I see where I'm still recovering to back to my most authentic self, not just, not just because I don't have all the symptoms in the world anymore, doesn't mean that I'm not still in a recovery process,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
yes, yeah. And you have been going
We
through a
got
lot,
10
and
people.
you are so brave and so
So are you. We're
keep
all
going
brave.
for. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like I always said that even the strongest man, when their nervous system crashes, they cry like a little baby. They cry like it
Hmm.
doesn't matter. Even you are the most scariest guy in the world. Like come from the place that everybody's scared of you. When your
Yeah.
nervous system crashes, you are like crying like a little baby. You are vulnerable. You cannot do anything. Like just how it goes.
Hmm.
But then when you come out of
We've
that,
seen
you
it.
kind of pretty much tolerate anything after that.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty weird for me going through what I'm going through now with relationship stuff. I never in a million years, everything that I went through, I never in a million years thought that I would care, because of what I've been through. It's like if I'm sad about it, or if I'm a little bit confused, or if I'm a little bit like, dang, this is going to suck having to start dating again or whatever, instead of being excited about it because I know that I'm not 100% in
Mm.
parasympathetic yet. But I still am ready to try. Like at least
Yeah.
I'm ready to like put my dip my toe in or whatever. So that's exciting. But then I look back on the last 5 years and I'm like, there was a time when I couldn't do anything, and
Yeah.
now I'm taken for. It's like, am I taken for granted though? As good as I feel, no. That's why I'm so grateful. But at the same time, I'm just like, wow, 2, 3, 4 years ago, this wouldn't have mattered to me, but
Mm.
because we do heal and then we
Yeah.
come back to life, and this is what life is. Like life
Yeah.
is about living and
Yeah. And then you
doing
just
all the
have those
things.
those life issues. What you so are the
Yeah.
boy sickness now your issue? Yeah.
Yeah.
The boy sick.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the word. What is even mean the boy sickness in English? I don't always like. Does it mean like overly love or
Like love sick, boy crazy. But see,
boy
I
crazy?
had this in junior high and high school because it's you get dopamine from it.
Yeah,
And
it's a
so
dopamine thing.
since our dopamine system is, huh?
It's a dopamine thing for sure. Also,
It's a dopamine thing.
yeah.
Totally. It's not even really about the guy. Okay, yeah, I like the guy. He's tall. He's this. He's that. But I went into fantasy land in my head, thinking all the things. Ooh, we have 12
I'll go
people.
to
Thinking,
fantasy land.
huh?
Yeah, but you go to fantasy land. Uh,
Because
m-
dopamine lives there. I mean, it can. I really just think it's part of the process. I know that it is. I know that this is like a later. I bet you in a year or two, I look back, 6 months, I'm going to look back and be like, oh, That was so part of the process of recovering
Yeah.
because it's not normal to feel this way. Like I can't think of anything else. I can't focus on. I was like all into like cleaning my house and organizing and like getting stuff ready for like starting to work again. And then about the last 3 months, it's only been 3 months that I've been in this kind of dipping my toe in the dating pool. And I'm not even really dating that much, but then oh, it's just weird. Uh-oh.
What?
Did I go away? No.
No.
Okay.
No, no, no. No.
I hit something and I thought I went away.
No.
So it's just interesting that we come back and, and then that's what I was saying too, because I don't know if there's like a guilt or like a shame when it comes to losing my husband. And then
Yeah.
it's only been 9 months and it's like I'm ready to start dating again. But we had our thing. I mean, going through
Mhm.
recovery was really challenging. He had his. So I can't beat myself up. And then that's okay.
Yeah.
So is that an emotion that's surfacing? Is that a behavior of like having all this shame for what?
Mm.
Because that's a protective, or it's like that's something that I learned throughout my life. It's like what's it called? What do we say? What do we call it when programming? It's all this
Yeah.
like programming from social norms that aren't really.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point of shaming yourself? Like when we were younger and we slept with guys when we were drinking, and it's like, what's the point of that to keep us down? It's like, okay, we're human beings. Like, let's have some compassion and
Yeah.
grace for
That's
ourselves.
from the past. That's from the
Yeah.
past.
But
Well,
I do see where um I told myself I was never going to abandon myself again, because with my husband, with my late husband, I I don't know if I was abandoning myself with him. Well, I want to be honest. I mean, I was,
mm.
but we were just having our marital
Yeah.
issues,
Yes, yes.
whatever. But now I was like, I'm never going to. And then I noticed that I was still, because that's still a behavior that I have that hasn't completely, but I'm aware and I'm able to like pinpoint on like red flags and all these different things that I never even knew what they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. I was just drinking and on caffeine and doing all the things. And maybe I knew a little bit, but not really. And
Yeah.
now I have all this awareness, and it's like, so even though it feels bad, or like because they say that if we have certain adaptations, like if we're more anxious attachment, or there's people that are more avoidant, like anxious, I think goes with more of the
Yeah.
fear, or not fear, fawn response that I do. There's fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Fawn's the people pleasing and the, over explaining, needing to get all that out, external validation, blah, blah, blah. That, okay, now I'm aware of it. I see it in real time that it's happening, but I still pushed it. Like I saw red flags with this guy, but I was just like getting such a high of dopamine from it. That's why I really want to talk about what's going on with me right now, because we are healing our nervous system, and the dopamine, and it was all about dopamine, a lot of it, and the D2 receptors. And as you feel more safe, you start to come back online, and it
Mhm.
feels really, really good. So I was flirting, and I was sending flirty texts, and he was sending them back. And it was like, I mean, I would get the ding, his name would pop up on my phone, and it was like I was as high as a kite, probably more than being on any drug in the world. It was just like
Wow.
super, super felt really
Wow.
good if it was real or not real.
Yeah.
And I kept saying to him, like, this sounds too good to be true. Like he was saying all the right things.
Yeah.
And, I was pushing the envelope. Like if I felt like he was pulling back a little bit or didn't text me right away, because he's busy. He's a father. And I actually never dated anybody that has kids before. He has his own business. He was very busy. But let's say that he didn't text me back right away. I'm like, oh, is he messing with me? Oh, is he ignoring me? That's my own issue.
Mhm.
That's my own internal problem. Now, okay, can guys be messing with you and being inconsistent? Yes, because that's their own thing. But I want to come from a place of being mature, secure, confident, and self loving. That's my whole kind of motto. But as I get triggered or whatever, I notice these patterns, and then I still ignored it because I wanted the flirt. I wanted the attention. I wanted the
Yeah.
dopamine.
Yeah.
And so then after a week of talking, I go and I meet him, and we have this like really great fun time for 4 days. And then all of a sudden he says, I need to slow down, that I'm going crazy fast and that it's not good. And if I don't slow down, he's going to go away and all this. And I also told him, I was like, I want a man that leads and all this stuff and a really strong, secure man and blah, blah, blah. So I kind of thought, okay, he's right because we were going a little fast, but he was doing it too. He didn't say, hey, we need to slow down. He said, you do. Like it was putting it
Like
on me, right?
like he did say that you need to stop. Yeah.
Right. And so at first though, I was like a little bit shocked, but then I was like, okay, maybe he sees that this isn't healthy, that this is going too fast. I'm too excited. He knew that. He knew I'd been sober, or I don't like saying sober, but he knew I'd been free for over 5.5 years, and he knew that my husband had passed away.
Did it feel like a maniac? Like did it feel like you were almost like a maniac instead?
Yeah, like I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep well. I had so much adrenaline and dopamine pumping through my body, I could barely sleep as we were
Wow.
talking. And so I said, okay, because he lived 2.5 hours away west of here. And I was like, okay, logically I know and emotionally I know you need to come visit me being the woman, me being the female. So that's what I'm talking about with that feminine energy. I knew that, but I still went to him because he's busier than me. I'm not working right now full time. I don't have kids. I don't have the full job. So I was like, you know what? Even though I'm conservative and conventional and all that, I can also be understanding and open. But still that's not right. So I was pushing
Mm.
myself and I was going to a place where I didn't really need to go because it felt good. And so I went to him. I drove and I was excited because hey, I can drive now because there was a time where I couldn't drive. So a lot of it had to do with my recovery and coming back to life. That I was making these excuses for myself and kind of ignoring the role that women and men have. And so I
Yeah.
went to him and like I don't know how much he thought that I was just kind of not a floozy or anything like that. I don't want to be hard on myself or try to say things that's going to make me look bad, but I also do want to take responsibility for my own actions. Yes, I felt very liberated and like at the time I was 46, I just turned 47, but it's like I'm very liberated and I'm very free and I can just be a woman and like do what I want. But deep down, I really think I did it wrong. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm learning. I'm gonna now continuing when I start dating. I'm gonna do things a little bit differently. But I was like out the gate, like dopamine up and oxytocin up and like all these chemicals that were just now
Mhm.
flooding my body.
Mm.
And it felt really, really good. But now it doesn't. So it's like now I feel like I'm in a little bit of a withdrawal, and
Mhm.
he kind of, I don't know if he played me or if I just or where's my responsibility in it if I just pushed myself too much so he didn't see the value in me that I really do have. There's that saying when a guy's just not that into you, he's just not that into you, and then that freaking hurts my ego or whatever, and like there's that rejection wound and that abandonment wound coming up. So there's a lot of different things coming
Wow.
up as
Yeah.
I'm in this state of recovery, and then he starts to just pull back really hard. And so I'm really proud of myself. It's only been a month, and this last week I've pulled back completely. I have not messaged him in 7 days. We haven't messaged each other. When the old Mandy would have called 68 times like I did
Yes.
when I was in my 20s and drinking, so I can see where I've improved so much and I'm respecting myself more. So a lot of my behavior was like I really abandoned myself. I'm not sitting there saying I didn't want to respect or love myself, but I just had those certain behaviors to keep me safe all those years and they don't serve me
Yes. Yes.
anymore.
Yes.
That's really cool that I'm starting to see it in real time. It hurts. It feels really weird to not message him and say, "Hey," I even was negotiating in my head that like I'm going to message him and say, "Hey, I've learned something. Like thank you for teaching me this. Like I'm learning and I wish you the best." And it's like, "No, that's still somewhat seeking validation and
Mhm.
approval." But my brain's trying to negotiate because it wants
Yeah. Of
that dopamine. It
course.
wants
Of
to get a
course.
reaction from him, closure. So,
Yeah. The
yeah,
dopamine. Yeah. It's been a
yeah,
lot for sure, but like we said, we are sober, and I don't understand relationships, so I'm not a good advisor. But
I don't either.
I just I try to just go day by day with this my own new nervous system feelings. But I don't know.
But I
I
was in
don't know if
fantasy
I'm ever
land.
gonna date. Honestly, I'm just like enjoying now. But I understand because if you
Well,
wanna
yeah,
find a man, like you wanna put yourself out there, it's a lot. Like there's so many things that comes up, and then like you said, you see those red flags that you didn't even care before. Like if before you probably didn't care, like I could treat you however or all that. Now you
Oh
respect
yeah.
yourself. You respect the things that you know the things that. And I think if you wanna be with guy, you should really be a picky one. Like if you wanna find a man that's gonna be the rest of your life,
Yeah.
like it's okay to, you know,
Wait.
wait,
But but see,
wait.
I'm not going to beat myself up because that's what I'm saying. And I shared a lot of stuff that I probably didn't need to share, even sharing right now. But because of recovery, and I think it's important to share this because we do lose that intimacy. We don't want it. For like 3.5 years, I was like, no feeling in that area. And then it starts to come back. And then Matt was still here when it was coming back. And I felt very lonely for like a
Yes.
really, really, really long time. Then he passes away. God took him. I don't, I'm sitting here wondering, okay, why is
Mm.
this like a second chance of love? Like I start thinking all these things to kind of have some understanding because there's so many gaps. But then I'm like, wow, I'm still young. I want connection. I do want love. Like that's important to me. And I I I I can live by myself and I've been doing it for a really long time. That was one thing I was told that Matt taught me how to live by myself. Matt taught me how to be alone.
Mm.
Even though we were together, we were best friends, we were roommates, we were family, but we
Yeah.
didn't have that connection for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
And there's just but anyway, so because of that, I'm able to be like, boom, I want this, I want that. I know what I want, but at the same time, I still need to slow down, but I'm not going to beat myself up because of
Yeah.
what I went through and just kind of the way it all happened.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
was like out the gate, like, oh, and like I said, I justified it and everything, but it wasn't
Yes.
good. My heart, it's like my body and everything and just coming out of this nervous system coma wanted it, but my heart doesn't want it this way. And
Yeah.
so that's important to know. And I'm not going to keep on, pushing things that don't serve me and don't
Mm.
work for me because it's like I can't because I'm not on substance. Like okay, the dopamine overrode and everything, but the consequences are just too great because I'm not on substances. And like back in my 20s, when I would meet a guy, we were both drinking. We were at the bars, we're playing darts, we're smoking cigarettes till 2,
Yeah.
3 in the morning. We're just like
Yes.
falling in love and talking, but we're all drunk and everything. Like now, this guy doesn't really drink that much, supposedly. I think he might more than what he said, but I'm sitting here, no, nothing, just completely vulnerable, trying to. I just think it's so important because Angie Peacock talks a lot about this on one of her videos where
Yes.
when the
Yes.
sexuality and the intimacy starts
They
coming
make
back
a own
online.
video, Angie and one of her
Yeah.
friends, that how the sexuality comes back after
Oh yeah.
psych meds,
Right.
like
Yeah. Because once you start
withdrawal.
feeling safe in your nervous system, it comes back because that's natural.
Of course.
But to play the role that we're supposed to play and not go chasing the man and
Mhm.
pursuing, like that's their job, like let them plan the date. So that's the thing, like if I would have done it the right way and had him come here and plan the date, like that also builds their bonding hormones, vasopressin. It's all about we're just all hormones and chemicals, so I'm getting a lot of dopamine. He's probably getting dopamine too because both of our egos are being stimulated, and that stimulation feels, good because it's like, hey, I think you're good looking. You're good looking. It starts off with that, and then we start getting to know each other. What do you like? What are your likes and your interests? And just that
This is like
attention
a
on both sides feels
dating guide almost, like
really good.
like
Yeah, and I'm learning a lot. Like maybe I'll become a dating coach. Who knows? One day.
maybe you
Anyway,
come. I don't know.
maybe because
I
it
sure
does go
don't.
with the nerve. It does go with the nervous system, though.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
does.
And a lot of people have problems. There's so many videos out there on YouTube about this because so many people are um, probably not in their right state of their nervous system. They're functional, but they're just, running amok and like doing all the things and just,
Mm.
oh my God, this guy doesn't like me. And then they start pushing themselves and then they start having sex too early and all these things that really are not the right way to do
Porn
it.
addiction is the young kids are now into that. I'm helping people a lot with that. I'll
Yeah,
try
it's
to
messing
help. It's
everybody up and yeah, it's messing the dopamine
Mhm.
system up and everything. And so here I am with a very healthy dopamine system and I want the connection really badly, but I overrode it instead of doing it, taking your time, because the woman does bond by oxytocin
Mm-hmm.
when you have sex. So
So
I was
is the
like very,
oxytocin the
very,
same neurochemical that when you get a baby, you get
yes.
oxytocin?
It's just a
Yeah.
bond. Yeah, it's just the bonding hormone. Yeah. The cuddle, they call it the cuddle hormone. So that dopamine, adrenaline are flooding my body. I start going in fantasy land. This tall, handsome man, we're going to get married. I was like
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
like psycho.
So
Like
so
people would
you
say that's
were
like,
picturing things that what were
yeah,
not there, like
yeah.
there were
Oh, yeah. I
like
was going to move there and we were going to like date and get to know each other. And then I was like picturing uh, getting some land and building a house together. Like I was doing, like I was 16. Like it was so weird.
yes. Yeah.
But
Wow.
Fantasyland, because that it's not reality, because it feels good to live in that. It's dopamine to live in that fantasy land, I guess. It's dopamine, but it's just feel good chemicals, but it's not healthy and it's not right.
Yeah.
And he noticed that, but he was still kind of playing along with it. He said the first time we kissed, you're going to want to sell your house. Ha ha ha. Like he was just kind of like
Well,
feeding into that fantasy for
for
me.
me, that's just
I know, and
this
I
is
was just
very groggy. Like, what is the word? Like, wow.
I know. And I was just falling for it.
You you
But
you
as
don't
I'm
sell the house for sure.
not sell, but I was gonna rent my house out. Like I was gonna go there and get to know him better and like
Wow.
weird because I want to. But so okay. What I've been through with recovery, losing Matt. I don't.
Yeah, I
I love
know.
this home.
I
I've lived here
know.
for 15 years, but there's a part of me that wants
I
to
know.
not
I
live
know.
here.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, I can have the opportunity to like move. I can rent a
Mm.
place month to month. If we don't work out, then I'll just go like to the beach or something and just do month to month there while I'm renting my house out. Like
And you could go
I
live
was
in the beach because you are
all
like that could be like this you when you get to your own place you would enjoy that not with the because of any guy but you can still go live in the beach.
I know, but for some reason, the guy thing was my dopamine. Like it was my fantasy. It's what I want. It's like I don't know why I want to attach to the guy. It's so weird. So I'm really interested to see in the next 3 to 6 months. I'll be like, kind of like last year when I was addicted to the bread. Is he just the bread? Is the
No.
guy the bread right now? And then when my dopamine system is more aligned where it's super healthy, then I'll have the more internal dopamine hits, doing things for myself, putting myself first, loving myself. We're not getting a lot of comments. Does
No,
anybody have
I
any?
think
I know
people
I'm
are
just,
people are confused. People are scared and confused.
no, don't be scared.
I
I mean,
know.
is this weird? Like,
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
like
It's our things
coming,
are always weird. First of all, quitting caffeine
yeah,
is weird. First of all, pause are weird.
right.
Then first of all, crash nervous system crash is weird. So
Yeah,
we are
it's all
have to
weird.
you have to get used from the weird when we talk about drugs recovery because
You
so many
do.
people are onto stuff.
It is
They
weird.
are
It
not
is weird.
free. They are not if we would be in the society where everybody would be free from the substances and addictions, we would have a different kind of um
But a lot of women are going through this because they're not putting themselves first because they're so in a state of some type of stress response, like fawn, or it's something
yeah.
with the nervous system. They're not loving themselves. They're not putting
Uh,
themselves first.
What is the
They're
word
letting
that?
that.
What do you think? Like, I think women give themselves very too much easily to man. Like, because I really do believe that that sexual thing is a very sacred thing, and you just shouldn't like let that with anyone. Like, how
Right,
do?
but there was a time where you didn't think that way, like you didn't
No,
care. So what?
no. When I was
So
young, I didn't respect that.
so what is that? Like, why are we more? It's called not procrastination. Promiscuous, or I mean, not that you're promiscuous means you sleep around with a lot of different men, but um, I just wanted a healthy sexual relation. Like, I wanted to have a healthy sexual relationship because I hadn't for so long, but I just I guess doing it the wrong way. But yeah, I did want to say because this is weird. This is weird. Like the whole recovery thing is weird. Like
It is.
what did we talk about Sunday? Having sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is weird. Like having DPDR and
It's
not
weird.
feeling real and feeling like you're in a video game or
Yeah,
in outer
it's all
space and
weird.
not feeling real. That's weird. So as we go through recovery, no matter what state or stage we're in, it's weird. we always say it's weird. So to me, this is still part of the process. To me, it is. Because it's weird, because it's not normal. This is
Yeah.
not the way a normal 47-year-old
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
woman should be acting
Yes,
like a
yes,
16-year-old
yes.
girl.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about it. That's why I'm
Yeah,
talking about it,
that's
because
the
it is, to
behaviors
me, it is part.
behaviors coming up.
That's my behavior processing
Yes,
out. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And I would hope that my behavior that I'm saying everybody straightly for everyone always as I feel, I would just keep my mouth shut and listen to what other people say and just smile and be just, you know,
Why? When? No, you should
all the
say how you
time.
feel too.
No, no, no. I really shouldn't. Like it's a like mouth is a big like I say things sometimes that I regret. I shouldn't always
Why?
say. Why will you know, sometimes you get
Are you talking about what you said earlier?
in the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
or or overall things.
Right. I know. And I mean, sometimes like maybe what I'm sharing too much. I mean, I didn't say his name or anything like that, but I don't know. It's all just emotions. And sometimes, it's like our words are important, our words,
But then
and
at the same time, I wanna say some things. I don't wanna just be quiet for things that are annoyed
right.
because they are happening. Like if everybody would be just quiet always, like oh, I don't say anything. I just that's nothing either. Like you just have
Yeah.
to sometimes get mad.
Well, maybe there's just that balance, maybe
Yeah.
having that balance of, and,
Yes.
and we're learning that. I mean, because we are trying to, our whole body is going back to homeostasis. It's trying to balance out. So sometimes we feel like talking more and sharing more. Sometimes we feel like sharing less.
Yeah.
I think the more that I feel safe, I don't feel as guilty or weird or bad about sharing. It's like I'm just sharing an experience. I'm just
Yeah.
sharing how I feel right now. It's probably going to change in another year or something like that. And then if other people are judging it, again, that's on them. That's their own perception. That's their own mirror, their own reasoning. If they're feeling threatened or triggered or weirded out by it, that's their own kind of thing, not issue, but their
Yeah.
own.
That's holding stress when not able to let things out. Not venting is holding stress. Yeah. Yes. Thank you,
Right.
Jesse.
Yeah, it's just like
Thank
a
you.
form,
Yeah.
like crying. That's a
Mm.
form of release.
And I have
Because
that
okay,
mother wound. I have also the wound from my childhood that that is processing out, and there have been also a lot of, you know.
yeah, because think about it. If we're not 100% regulated, this is good. I'm glad that Jesse said it like that because it reminded me. If we're not 100% regulated, which is what we're getting to be more regulated, more and more and more regulated with our nervous system, then we need co-regulation. So
Yeah.
what is co-regulation? What can that look like? Talking it out,
Yeah.
having a community where
Yes.
you can vent and you can talk. That's co-regulated. So if you need
Yes.
to talk a lot, like me right now, I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. I need help with this co-regulation right now because I'm going through a lot of different emotions processing out. This is new for me. So
Yes.
it's not bad. It's just we're not
No, it's not
100%
bad.
regulated.
Yeah, and I'm very thankful that you said that because I want to speak a little bit about that co-regulation. So, okay, let's say that we
Yeah.
never have secure childhood in that sense that we never get to feel that very secure attachment, like you already said a little bit about those attachments, like I think last time. So
Mhm.
then when we grow up, we're gonna seek some kind of security from the other people because that's natural for us as human beings to be. We need others. We need others, friends. Um, maybe that can be your boyfriend,
Oh, yeah.
girlfriend. But if we don't get that secure attachment there, it's gonna always lead us to kind of problems in somehow, and that's
Oh, yeah.
pretty much that's some like you said that now you are talking you need that somebody is now empathic listening you and take your like emotions as they are, and that's very healthy. It's very healthy, and you are right to get that regulation. uh, you
Right.
are seeking that.
And I think that as our I mean, look at what we're doing for ourselves. Look how cool this is that we really are what we've been through for the last over 5.5 years now. that we're getting there naturally where our nervous system can regulate on its own, like most of the time. I mean, 98% of the time can regulate.
Yes,
But yeah,
that's
about feeling safe, like Jesse said, we just need a safe place, and maybe we didn't always have the safest place because maybe our childhoods weren't like super 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 duper traumatic, but because if
mhm,
our caregivers were dysregulated, they weren't able to co-regulate with it. Like
mhm,
what did we talk about before? From 1 to 3, you cannot even regulate yourself at
yeah.
all. Like
Like, for
there's no
example,
regulation.
trauma don't necessarily come from a traumatic event. It's usually because you don't have a safe place to discuss the event. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
was saying.
mhm,
I was
yeah,
referring to that comment. It's like from 1 to 3, they say we cannot regulate ourselves. We have to have co-regulation with our caregiver. So even if your caregiver is not super, awful or whatever, they're just doing their best. They're not regulated. They can't help co-regulate you. Like you have to co-regulate with your caregiver. And if
yeah,
we're not co-regulating with them, then we don't learn how to. It's hard for us to learn how to regulate ourselves. So here we are, given the opportunity. Look at that's why this is so challenging where we're at because we're now finally having the opportunity to learn how to regulate.
mhm,
But look at what I'm going through right now with this relationship stuff. It's like I see it though in real time. At least I'm able to have the awareness and pull back and be like, wow, I am doing it an old way, even though I'm trying to do it the right way. I am doing that old protective way, and I'm
yeah,
so aware of it. It's just that old protective way, and it's not really benefiting me. So hopefully I'm learning. Hopefully I will do
yeah.
it differently next time. Like this was a
I'm
really
sure
big
you will,
wake
and
up call for me.
yeah, I'm sure will, yeah, and I always hope that, like, you think now what you need, what you really need, like, what not what the dopamine is, like,
Right.
that.
Well, I
'Cause
mean but it's like that's where my dopamine went to because I didn't want to put myself first for some
yes,
reason.
yes, yes.
I had to learn. I really feel like this happened for a reason so I could learn. I was forcing it because it's like they say that the issue will keep coming up like God. They even say God or however you want to look at it will keep putting it in your life so you can until you learn from it. It's going to keep being there. It's going to keep showing up until we learn from it. But I just feel like being free from substances and our nervous system regulating, it's kind of like naturally happening, and then you have to
Yeah,
go through the situation for it to course correct itself.
yeah,
But just because we have the awareness and the education and we know all these things about attachment style, we're learning all this stuff until it processes out, we're going to be triggered or we're going to go like it has to correct itself, but you have to you kind of almost have to go through that experience to get it again and then to correct itself because I'm seeing it in real time. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like it all happened for a reason. This is something in me that needed to be processed out, and and everybody's journey is gonna look different because we all have our own upbringing and our own adaptations. So
yeah, for sure. We have
pretty cool.
different kind of there are like common in the withdrawals that when everybody is in that coma bubble, but then when you come out from that coma bubble, then your healing kind of gets more individual depending what you have.
Individual, yeah,
If that's still
yeah,
the nervous system regulation, so it just keeps getting
yeah. But hopefully
wiring.
we're processing it out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to naturally happen. I mean, Cato used to always tell me, you're either gonna do two things. You're either gonna go back to drinking, which we know you're not, or you're naturally gonna process it out. It's gonna course correct itself. I don't know how many times it's gonna take for it to process out each individual emotion or behavior, but it will process out staying free.
Yes. Just to
For
say, for my
my
parents
for me,
always said to stop it, grow up, so I didn't feel like I could speak to them about things I could have like,
right, right.
yeah,
Like they were like,
yes,
don't feel what you're feeling. They're like,
yes,
you're not allowed to feel this. Grow up or stop crying.
yes,
Or we get told all these things, and it's like,
mm,
oh, so I'm not allowed. Oh, so this emotion emotions bad. So then we start suppressing even then, and then we start doing substances, and that suppresses it even more. And then you think that the way that you feel like you're too much, or that you're not enough, or that you're bothering people, or yeah, I get it. Like but they're telling you that because that's probably something that they learned, or it's you're too much for them because they can't regulate. They can't help co-regulate you. I see that
Yeah.
with my mom all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever I am calm and, can help her, she's got a problem with something. Oh, she loves to come to me. And when I'm calm, I can handle it. And then I'm like, oh, well, mom, you just need to do this, blah, 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 do that, do that. She loves it. Oh, loves when I help her regulate.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But the 2 or 3 times out of the month around my period where I need help co-regulating, she can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm too much for her.
Yes.
Mandy, I don't know. You've been talking about this for an hour. I don't know what to do. And then I get upset. Well, like, well, forget you. I freaking help you all the time, and I get all upset and I'm
Yeah.
all like worse and I hang up on her or whatever. So I take a step back, and now where I am in my own process, I'm like, whoa, she cannot freaking regulate me. She can't
Yeah.
because she's dysregulated.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
okay. Like I have to, but before, especially when I was a kid, if she's dysregulated now, she's probably dysregulated then. She couldn't handle me, and I thought I was too much. I did. I thought I was too freaking much as a child. I know I'm
yeah.
not now.
No,
I
you
was
are
too
not.
much for her.
I have that also, that feeling that I'm wrong. Even in my, when I'm like, I put my trust in Jesus. I still somehow, I know it's a childhood wound, because I feel that there is something wrong about me, or I say something wrong, or it just comes like a feeling. Sometimes it's not all the time, but it comes like
Yeah.
a, almost like a burst, that I'm just not anything. Like it's have to be that trauma processing. It is, I know it is, because it's
Yeah.
like I'm bad, I'm
Sure.
wrong, they're gonna blame me.
Right.
They're gonna, and
Oh, yeah.
then when somebody actually, here when I'm doing YouTube, there is a lot of people shaming, blaming, judging, all kind of people do that. And of
Mhm.
course you cannot avoid that. So it's yeah, it's just something that you have to accept, that that's happened.
See, as you're talking, I totally understand what you're talking about, but I kind of feel like I have processed a little bit of that out because like for the
I
last
think
year, I've
so.
been doing that work about that's just someone's opinion. It's just their own, like I just
Yeah,
said earlier, like that's their own
you are better
mirror or
with
their
that.
own,
Because I know,
huh?
if I wouldn't do YouTube, I wouldn't have that problem. If I would disappear from here, it comes from when people say something, I take it personally. Even it's not
Yeah.
like it's their problem. If they judge, well, Bible say
Right.
that we shouldn't judge first of all, but
But,
like,
but it's
but
but it still triggered you. It still made you feel a certain way when it was being said. Because
yeah,
that's something like you said, that's still something deep from your childhood. So I had the same thing, but I was processing it out like a year ago. But now where I'm at, I'm letting this guy's opinion of me because it like hits my so the other strangers, they can say what they want. It doesn't bother me as bad. It's like, oh, that's just their opinion. But for some reason now where I'm at, because I let this guy into my life and I had this fantasy and I built him up and blah 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 blah. And now that he doesn't want to have anything to do with me or whatever it is, it's hitting that wound of mine
yeah,
that trigger me. It's triggering me because I am taking it personal when it's
yeah,
still just his
of
opinion.
course, of course,
But
yeah,
because
because
I let him into my life, I got some type of dopamine hit from him and I got bonded somehow chemically or whatever. I started thinking like he's more important than he really is, like his opinion matters or something when it's still just his opinion. But for some reason, I got so attached, which is like something that I have to look at what's going on with me, or do I have to heal from that? And then as I realize, because my ego is being hit, it is my
mhm,
ego. Like with
of
the other
course,
people that I barely know, I'm like, oh, it's just their opinion, blah, blah, blah. But with this guy, for some reason, and that's something that I still have to work on, it's hitting me really hard. It's hitting my ego because it's like, well, why doesn't he like me? When maybe I don't really even like him. I don't know
maybe
him.
not, yeah,
He could be
maybe
this
not.
really terrible or not terrible guy. I'm not trying to point the because that's another thing I'm trying not to do. I'm trying not to point the finger. I'm trying to get
Mm,
away from blame. Oh, this guy's an avoidant. He's a narcissist, blah, blah. I'm trying to get away from that. It's like, where's my responsibility in all of this? I'm the one that went to him. I'm the adult that made the decision to do all these things.
mhm,
Why? Why did I do this to myself? Why did I
yeah,
override my my real heart, my way of wanting to be just because I was having some really good feelings.
Mm.
Why did I abandon myself again when I swore I was never going to abandon myself again? I'm going to start putting myself first and blah, blah, blah. Um, so, yeah, we're all going to be where we're at with what we have to heal
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we are. And that's, I hope that it reassurances you. I know that some of you who are watching, you are not there living yet. You are talking about your symptoms. That's what I also do in the support chat. We're talking about the symptoms because that's what people are
Right.
going through then. But some point you are not going through
Yes.
anymore the symptoms of those symptoms. And that's
Right.
meaning that you start to live
You get
your
out of the,
life. Yeah. Start to live your life.
yeah,
And then
you
you
get
have
out
the
of the
life
bubble.
issues. But it's better. I promise
You
you,
get
it's
out of the
so much
bubble,
better without drugs.
out of the coma.
It is.
Yeah, it's so much better, but it hits a little bit differently because I think, we talked about that too. Like when we are in the bubble, when we are in the coma, hold on, Arrow, hey, what are you doing? He's licking on his paw a little bit too much. He probably hears my anxiousness because I am a little bit
Yeah.
worked up today. I'm a little bit
Mm.
like, ah, and he's probably like,
Yeah,
calm down,
they
mom,
are sensing it,
But
so yeah.
I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I'm
Mm.
like really hyper. I'm
It's
very
okay.
I'm
It's
very
okay.
activated. That's my new word. Instead of being triggered, my nervous system is very activated. But
Mm.
I'm in a new level up. That's what I was saying earlier. We come out of the bubble, we start to really live life again, and now I'm being activated in like a totally new leveled up.
Mm. Yeah. You are good.
It's
You are so good. So
yeah, but yeah, if there's 8 people now, there was 10 people earlier, but if
okay, so
anybody wants to
yeah, we have
say
been now 1
anything,
hour. We're gonna ramp this maybe in 15 minutes, I think, pretty much. So we're gonna now take your comments. Is anybody, do you have anything that you want to say about anything? Like you
just gonna come live
always
with
can
me.
comment. Yeah, I would want to move there when
You
if
need your I know you need your quiet time, your alone
I
time,
still need that, but one
but
day
you
I
come
will
move
come
here
to Mandy to visit
and
definitely
then
first.
when you need your space, you just
Mm.
go away. You just go and
Yeah, I
if
have
we're too
that
much.
behavior that
But yeah, you come live here.
when I just disappear sometimes. I do that. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I think I do too. I mean, I'm a little bit avoidant. I'm a little bit. Yeah, it's not when is she coming here to visit. It's like move here.
I would love
I don't
to.
see why you
We
couldn't.
could try to make up that rehab center. Those kid could be a scientist there because he's very good with that
Yeah,
neurochemical stuff. So we would need a scientist with some kind of, I don't know, research stuff. And then we would need a doctor who would be into this caffeine stuff, and then we would need
yeah,
some bunch of nurses that would do this sober healing.
yeah.
We would have a
Uh-huh.
lot of
And
things.
just support, and we do whatever, stretching, light yoga. But
No,
or
yoga.
not light, I know you don't like yoga. I know you don't like yoga. Stretching, movement.
Yeah, movement.
When I
Yes.
say yoga, I don't mean like praying to the god, different gods. I just like the movement of it. I think there's certain movements in that are good for the digestion, things like that. But any type of
Then we say
movement
stretching.
gets blood
So
flow into the
stretching.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah, stretching. I think there's certain poses that are good for the body. But anyway, so just movement, hiking, walking, swimming,
Yes.
journaling, talking, getting in group sessions and talking. But yeah, so even because I remember when we used to talk about that, our center, our recovery center, like that helps. That's dopamine, like the fantasy, like the dreaming. That's really a dopamine hit, because it could happen,
It could
but the
one
thought of it
day.
happening sounds so beautiful and peaceful. It's like fantasy. And that's
Yeah.
how I felt. Okay, so we felt that way then when we used to talk about it. And then wanting to be in love and wanting to be connected to a big, strong, tall oak tree type man is very exciting for me. Like that is a
So
lot of
so
dopamine
what
for
what
me.
is that
So
big tall guy like? Is that like your love with with big tall guy like always, or does it
Yes.
have to be a big tall guy, or can it be just a small fat
Yes.
guy?
That excites me.
Small
because
fat guy.
because I'm tall,
Oh,
because
sorry, I have a stupid.
no, because no,
No,
you're funny.
no.
I don't know why I'm so attracted. I guess because I'm tall. What am I, 180 centimeters? I guess I just. I mean, I even called him. I was like, "You're very dense," and he was like, "What?" And I meant solid. I said dense though, and I meant solid. And then I was like, "You're just like a big oak tree," he was just so like, oh, and that because you know why? For me, that feels safe. That feels protective. That feels like he's gonna help me. Like I am all alone now. It's like I lost my husband, and I want this big, tall, safe protector man.
Mandy only date 8 feet men, lol. Eh, what does that mean?
Oh shit!
It's like a
Very tall.
yeah. But you are tall.
'Cause he
You are
was almost
180 centimeters. So if you would be a very short man, I get that would be like you don't like.
Weird.
Yeah, we're even.
Okay. He was 6'7". He was almost 7 feet. Like he was 6'7". Like that is very appealing to me. Very. Matt was 6'6". So he was a little bit taller than Matt.
But if
And I
you
was
would
just like,
really
oh,
be in love, if you would really be
I
in
know.
love, it wouldn't matter.
I know. But I want to be in love with the tall guy. Like, why can't I have it all?
Okay.
Why can't I have it all?
Yeah. For sure.
I still have my preferences and my opinion. Like, that's just what I like. Because I did kind of talk to a guy that was only 5'8". So he was like, what, 170, I don't know, 7 centimeters. And I couldn't do it. Like, I was like, because I thought of that. I was like, well, maybe this is my dream guy. Like, maybe I'm ignoring the love of my life because I'm looking for a tall guy, and my dream guy, my real love of my life, is really shorter than me. So I kind of tried it out. I'm just not attracted. Like I just don't. I don't know.
What did the guy
I don't
is
know.
only
Maybe I'm
5
shallow. I don't
feet tall, but
think so.
treats you the best? Yeah, that's the thing.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. What if I find a guy that is why can't I have it all? Why can't I have that over 6 foot? I used to have this whole thing where I was into 6'4" Australian. Even though he's Australian, he probably does the metric. So 100 and what is 6'4"?
There's
180
plenty fish in the sea. How did you
something.
say the last line?
Did I say that? Oh, I
Oh,
ate
yeah, you
4
did.
billion men.
I don't think so. It's yeah. Yeah, well, you
Well,
don't
there's
never
9
know what
billion
it.
people, right?
Yeah, I just think that when love hits you, then you don't care anything about other
I don't
things.
believe in love. I don't believe in love anymore. I used to until today, until this week,
Like
this
real
last
love.
month. You know what No, we're all love. We're love. We are love. God is love. We are light and energy, and it's all love. Like we're love. I think what we have with other people is attachment. That's all I think it is.
No,
It's
I don't believe that.
hormones
I
and,
don't
like,
believe
freaking
that.
attachment,
But
and then
yeah, we can have a different kind of
and
beliefs.
then later we fall in love because of choices and bonding. But it's bonding. It's like I'm 6'1" and my wife is 5'10". Oh wow, yeah. See, 6'1" would be nice. 6'2". Like I can do that. I can do that. I can even do 5'10". But any shorter than me, I'm 5'11". Any shorter than me, I don't know. I just don't know.
This is like, hey guys, a little bit like we're gonna put the humor here. So put something like what kind of woman or what kind of guy would you want to date? Like put in the chat. What is that?
It's just
like.
Yeah, there's 9 people. Put in there what you think. Am I shallow? I'm just kidding. It's preference. It's opinion. It's just my preference. That's it.
I think
what
the
I'm
more
attracted to, because I'm
important is
tall.
like what is that guy's value. I would think what he does believe. Does he believe in Christ? For me, it would be the most important thing. But yeah, like you can put in the chat what kind of. I know that look is also. I don't say that look is not important. It is because you get attracted with the look, but it's not everything. It's not everything.
Well, of course not. But that physical, I've been dealing with this for 3 months. I've been like talking to different people about that physical attraction is that initial, that's just the way we are. God, I think God did design us that way. Is that initial kind of, are you attracted to them? Because you have to have
Of
that,
course, it's have to have that,
but
but
of course, like, I mean, look at what I'm going through. This guy was 6'7" and very good looking, and he's being a poo-poo head to me. I mean, but maybe it was me. Maybe I'm the one that went cuckoo and turned him off. I have to take responsibility in that. And cuckoo, it
cuckoo,
was just
cuckoo head. What is that?
hormones,
What
but
that means in Finnish?
I like just cuckoo cuckoo, like cuckoo cuckoo, cuckoo, like
Ah,
cuckoo bird, and just like,
yeah.
oh, crazy,
Cuckoo
basically
bird.
crazy, I guess. But I mean, I'm
Cuckoo
not. It's not
bird.
crazy. I was
No.
activated. I was very activated.
What if that's
So
gonna be your man in
I
your
would have
life
to
and
kneel
you
down.
have been talking all that in here in stream?
Wait, what?
If
What?
that's gonna be the man in your life and you have been putting his down here in the stream, like
I'm not. Am I talking bad about him?
a little bit.
Am I saying bad?
A little bit.
Am I? No. I said I'm not trying to point the finger or blame or anything. Like, I'm trying to take responsibility. I probably pushed him away.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think he's my guy.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't think
Somebody that doesn't
also
talk to you.
somehow I don't think.
Okay, there's 8 people. If somebody doesn't talk to you for 7 days, and I haven't talked to him either. I haven't chased or pushed myself.
Okay, let's ask the chat. If somebody doesn't
he's not
talk
into
you
me,
at
right?
7 days, what does
just not
that
into me.
mean as a guy?
Either he's playing me and trying to get me addicted, and
If
like
you're a
he'll
guy.
come back and be like, "Where you been?" No, he's not into me. It's fine.
I don't know.
Like, that's his
about that
opinion.
stuff.
I'm sad, but that's his opinion. I'm only sad because it hit my ego, but okay, he did have other qualities. He's a hard worker. He's not just tall. So the looks attracted me, but then I found out he is a hard worker. He's a welder. He has kids. He's funny. He goes to church. He reads the Bible. Like, he loves God. He is a family man. He loves his mom. Like, there was a lot. I'm not just like, oh, this guy's really good looking and I'm stupid about everything else.
Either he's scared or
moved
moved.
on. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
scared. Right. Like, oh, he's so in love with me that he's scared. No. He's like, I felt the same way about her. Because you know what I told him? I said, I prayed for you. I did. Because I've been praying that I'm going to find a tall, strong, loving man. He told me he's a romantic. He's like, I'm a romantic. I want to be married, blah, blah, blah. When he met me, he was like, because I didn't look like this. I mean, I had a little bit of makeup on, my hair down, and everything. And he was like, you're so pretty. You're tall and you're beautiful, and blah, blah, blah. And
you are. Even with your hair
yeah,
like
but
that. You are.
I know, but I wanted to be more feminine and like pretty, put a little effort in,
yeah.
Yeah, I know that. You and I are very different on this
Well, we
subject.
are.
That's okay.
Okay, it's okay. We are still
It's
always
okay.
gonna be friends.
I know.
Mhm.
And I like to not wear makeup. And okay, so he had, yes, he goes to church, he reads the Bible, he has a lot of wonderful qualities, but I think I maybe came on too strong as a female. I don't know. Anyway, I like a tall guy, first of all. I know we're saying that, but I do like other qualities. I'm not just like this shallow, oh, I only want a tall, strong man. No. But he was this tall, strong man. I was attracted to him initially. And then we started talking, and there was all this like flirty talk, and he wanted to get married, and he wanted to be married again. And he he has things. I mean, he told me some things about his past that he's like, but I learned from my mistakes, and I loved that because I was like, yeah, we're all on this like growth journey, and we learn from our past and our mistakes. I love that he shared that with me.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. It was just weird. It was just weird.
Well, you're gonna see that very soon how it's gonna go. So I know that you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
You will.
I know. And I still like a tall man. So what is 6'4"? Because I always, for some reason, I always, huh?
Like you're like, I still like a tall man. Like I know.
Yeah. Oh, is she listening to what I'm saying?
My wife likes to slow the heck.
Everybody was telling me slow down. That's why I'm talking about this, because I'm coming out of this bubble, and all my friends were like, Mandy, slow it down. I was like, no, he's going fast too. And I prayed for him, and we're meant to be like crazy. I mean, am I a love bomber? Like, am I a narcissist?
No, you
Like, did
are
I
not
love
a
bomb him and
narcissist,
scared him
and you
away?
are like a just little bit like I crazy now.
And I'm telling you, I really, Jesse, do you think it's part of recovery, or because I did not feel this way 3 months before, and I don't think I'm going to keep feeling this way. I really think this is part of my dopamine system coming back online. You're really big into dopamine, Jesse. You know dopamine and D2 receptors. Is this part of me coming back online, being excited? Please tell me the truth.
No,
Please tell me what I want to hear.
you have to go now like a full celibacy, like yeah,
No,
yeah.
you want me to.
No, no, I just want you that you would find the right one for you and not being hurt. That's what I really want. You know
I
that that's
know.
what I want. I don't want you to go to like living
I
in
know.
the just somewhere
Okay,
cottage.
6'4" is 193 centimeters. I've always been like a 6'4"
So how
Australian.
much I am? I'm 160 centimeters. Centimeters.
What is a Manny sea face?
Could be a Mandy sea face. Sea face. Like a is it the sea
What do you
face?
mean
Is
you'll be
the
honest? What do you mean I'll be honest? Like, because do you think what I'm going through is just like really weird, or do you think it's part of the process? What is a Manny sea?
it's a it's like a maniac. Do you mean that? Maniac.
Do I
I'm a
sound
maniac.
maniac-y? Maniac on the floor. I think it's part of recovery. I think it's part of the process and waking up and being and feeling just like manic. But what is manic
This is
C?
Annis and Mandy's dating school. Welcome.
Yeah, high dopamine. Okay, but it's part of the process, right? You got to tell me it's part of the process and that I didn't just like lose my mind. But see, because no matter where we are in this process, we think we're losing it, right? No matter what phase we're in. Oh no, this is the new me and I'm crazy. And so that's good that I'm like sharing this, because 2-year mark, 3-year mark, it's like, why am I going through this? What's wrong with me? And it's like, no, it's just part of the process.
Yeah.
And I can say that because I'm past those stages and it was part of the process. And I think this is too.
High dopamine phase. Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
have had my manic times and I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't have this last year. I didn't have it too. And I always go through something in February. And then when I come out, I'm upgraded.
Yes, it is. My wife yells at me.
It's
Okay.
part of the process.
Good. Good. Thank you. Those
Okay, so what
kids
is 6'7"?
and wife. We
I
sometimes need
Dose
these
Kit.
advices.
Wait, Dose Kit. Yeah, I need your. I hardly ever ask for reassurance. I need reassurance on this.
Yeah, it's good.
I know it's part of the process. It just is what it is. Oh my God, and he has that tattooed on his chest. It is what it is. I don't
Yeah.
even have tattoos.
I'm
never even dated a
probably
guy.
the worst like a friend ever for this, because I'm always for you. No, don't do that. Don't go there.
I know.
Leave
No,
that.
you care. I'm big sister. You're being big sister right now.
Maybe he's just narcissistic. He have that face like, yeah, I'm the Miss Negative. I like always. No.
Well, because you don't want me to get hurt, and I did get hurt. I put myself out there, but guess what? At least I put myself out there, right? At least I tried, but I need to tone it down. But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but okay. What is 6'7" in centimeters? So 6'4" is 193. But yeah, I need reassurance right now, even though I know it's part of the process.
Yeah.
I've been going through this for too long. There's 12 people.
Maybe our next update will be like, how did this end? The story of Mandy. Like, yeah.
I'm on to another guy. I'm in love with this other guy.
Probably you are. I know you are.
He's 200. He's 266 centimeters.
Who cares?
Who cares? I'm tall. I'm 180 centimeters. Okay, they say the best. You're really gonna hate this one, Ani. They say the best way to get over a guy is to get under
No,
another one. I'm just
no,
kidding. I know. I'm not.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I know.
No, I
I
don't.
know. I'm just
Been there, done that.
okay.
So
I really wanted love. You know, I believe in love. I'm just mad, and I'm saying it's all attachment and blah blah blah, and it's just hormones. I really want love. I do.
yeah.
Cato told me. He says you don't want a man. You want love. You're searching for love. You don't just want a man. You want love. So it's like, guess what? I need to find the love inside of me. I know that.
Well,
I want the
I
short.
have a lot of good-looking mans here following this channel. So anyone like there's like maybe you
As I
you
pick my
can have
nose,
a
as I
Finnish
scratch my nose.
guy. We have a lot
Yeah,
of
where's the tall Finnish man for me?
yeah, we have a Viking man here in Finland. Yeah, then you could move here.
Right?
Cool.
You like the You know, I don't like the manic phase because it feels like it felt when I would get high on caffeine. It just feels very out of control and not balanced and not steady and not calm. I am in a
Mm,
manic phase. I'm glad you said that because at first when you're like, you're manic, because, when I was a teenager, they were like, you're manic depressive. And it's like, oh my God, no, I was just going through
yeah,
hormones stuff. And
you're gonna
it's just a
rewire.
symptom, right? It's just like it's rewiring. It's just a different part of it. It's like a different level of the manic. Because I remember one time I was calling my mom and I was like super manic episode and I was just like, blah, 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 and she was like, oh my God, you're so manic. It's just a high. It's
Yeah,
the dopamine. I know what it all is. It's the dopamine going like this. Like sometimes you're depressed and then sometimes you're really high. And
yeah.
it's
I love
going
that
back to
high when I'm in the
homeostasis.
gym, but then also when you are not high and you are in the gym, you just you got to push a little bit harder. But it's really nice when you have the high. You can use it from the exercise also.
I know. I know, Ani, you're doing it the right way. You're doing it all the right way, and I'm doing it
No, no,
wrong.
no. I don't say that I'm doing
Because
the right way.
I'm
I'm doing
doing
only way I can in my situation. Like I know I cannot do anything else.
well, yeah, right. But I know that I'm pushing it and forcing it. Well, this is how I look at it. Because I do have those behaviors to heal out. But or also, what okay, let's ask this question. What if I never put myself through this situation like you're not doing? When we get to X amount of years and our dopamine system and our nervous system is, in that really nice parasympathetic calm state, did we have to really go through these situations to learn, or was it always our nervous system just needing to be steady and stable? And I didn't really have to go through this to process it out. Like it's going to naturally process out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you have to go through these types of situations to course correct itself?
Well,
I
I
don't
think that
know.
if you are searching for love, it's you then you have to go out there. Like you are going out there. Like if you are doing that, like
But I'm never going to chase a man again. I'm not. Like,
that's
okay,
good.
I thought he was handsome. I thought he was handsome, and I sent a message like, hey, but I need to get out in the world and go to not bars or anything
Mm.
like that, but I need to get involved in some groups or something like that. And then if a man finds me attractive, then he can approach me and then he can plan the dates and we can take our time and I'll let him be
Mm.
the pursuer
Yeah.
instead of me getting online to be like, hey, I think you're handsome. What's up, baby? No, I didn't say that. I just said,
Yes, you did
hi.
say that.
No, not the first time. I said, because I read one of his comments on a post and I said, hey, I read one of your comments. It really resonated with me and I just wanted to say hello. That's all I said.
Ah, yeah.
And then
Well,
he
that's good.
messaged me back and then I said something and then he liked it. And then we didn't talk for like 4 days. And then he messaged me, hey, how's your journey going? Because I told him I was on this health journey. And he said, hey, how's your journey going? And then I just went, blah, blah, blah. I did my whole. That's what dopamine does, makes you want to chase what you want. This would be anhedonia, laying on the couch, no motivation, right? Yeah, so this is good. I mean, exactly, Jesse.
Okay.
It, but just because I want it the right way, though. I want the man Right? Isn't that right? I mean, isn't the man supposed to be the one who does the pursuing and then they get vasopressin from it and they get their own bond? That's the way they bond. We bond
I'm old
differently.
school. I believe that should be the man should kind of to do the the first move in
I
that,
mean, it's
like
not
as
just old school. It's the way that it is. Like
yeah.
like you said earlier, what we say in the very beginning, it might have been in the other video that popped off, but we have our roles. We do.
Mm.
The woman isn't dancing, leading the man in the dance floor. Like the man is, and so if you have a strong, secure, loving man that you trust and that you feel safe with, you let him lead. And I was automatically trying to let this man lead, but he wasn't really doing it the right way or whatever. So I stepped in and I'm like, woohoo. And I'm like, I think that I had more of a masculine role because I was like that most of my life because that's where I had to have that control.
Yeah.
Not that I was a malicious.
No.
You getting ready
No.
to
No.
go? I can tell when you start doing your stretching. It's time to go.
Yeah, you know me well. Yeah.
See, but I was trained. I was trained to look at people's facial expressions, body language,
I know.
size.
I know. I
That's
know.
kind of a. I was trained
Yeah.
that
Now
way.
you know Annie when Annie get tired. It's like
Yeah.
no, but
I'm like,
I'm not tired of you. I'm just
no, I know.
I'm always happy to hear, but I'm just hoping that you're gonna find
12 people.
the really secure mature man.
Of course. Well, I've been thinking that okay, I had to go through this. I had to learn some stuff. And then now that I've learned, okay, I really want the man to lead and pursue and make the dates. And I'm not going to push myself and send sexy photos
Yeah, yes,
of my
yes,
leg,
yes.
because I have these long legs and I'm just like, "Ooh, look at me, love me, pick me." I'm like a pick me girl.
You are like a
We went away.
16. No, we didn't went away. But we almost did. But you are
I'm being a
Noni.
pick me
Now you
girl
did
right
go
now.
away. I knew it. Like
I wanted to comment what Jesse said.
okay, you are back, but now quickly before this moves away. It did move away. Now it
Did
backs.
I go away?
No, you are back now. But your picture is freezed. I agree with Annie. I always approach the woman like my wife, but the woman also has to put herself out there. Maybe wink or eye contact, something that nudge the man. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, true. You did freeze badly.
Yeah. Am I back? Because I wanted to comment on what Jesse said, because I believe that too. Like a woman, she's at the bar, she's at the club, she's at the restaurant, she's at the party, she's at the church, wherever.
Yeah, you
And
are.
she sees a man. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you are like a freeze. But we can hear you. I think we can hear you.
Jesse said, okay, because I believe that too. Like, you can hear me. She's at the bar. Because I agree with that. You give a wink, you give a look, you let the man know you're interested. So here's one last thing I want to say, what I've kind of learned. The woman's supposed to be the flower. The flower doesn't go to the bee comes to the flower. The woman is just supposed to send a signal and then let the man pursue her. So what have I been doing? I was the bee. I was trying to be the bee. But it's hard when you're doing I'm not doing online dating, but I did reach out to him online.
Yeah,
Is this okay?
I cannot get you back for some reason. I
Can
don't
you hear
know
me?
why. I can hear you, yeah. Well.
So, but what did I do online? I sent him a message saying, "Hey, I wanted to say hello because whatever you said resonated with me." And then later he came. That's why I think he waited 4 days, because he wanted to come back. This is what I'm thinking about in my like delusional Delulu head. He wanted to come back 4 days. Hello?
Yeah, you are there. I just checked that voice works,
Oh.
but your picture doesn't work.
Oh, he wanted to come back later to do the pursuing role, right? And then that's what happened. And so then there was even a part of me in my Delulu head that was like, okay, we had this really good time together. I was pushing it too far. He said, let's slow down. I kept pushing it and questioning him. And now we're taking this space so he can come back, and because he said, let's pace it. He said, let's take our time. He's like, we don't have to rush this. But my anxious brain was like trying to rush it or whatever. And I think I kind of maybe ruined it. I'm not like I ruined it on purpose.
Yeah. You didn't?
Yeah, but he knows I want it. I mean, yeah. So I feel like I have a lot of information about this. I just kind of have to slow down because I did get manic and excited and high dopamine. So if he's a good guy, he's just kind of pacing it, taking a step back. He's busy, but at the same time, I think he's not interested in me for whatever reason, and that's okay. And I have to be okay with that. But
Yeah.
I'm learning. I feel like I'm learning
The
no matter
chat
what.
says, can you see the chat though? Even like the Jesse said, else he
Yes.
might feel like a weirdo if the woman don't want him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. But it was
of course. Yeah.
obvious that he wanted me because it's hard with online, and I don't want to really do any more online dating. I want to just get out there in the world and and maybe meet somebody in Houston because I've been talking to people. Like I did talk to that guy in Chicago. That's too far away. That's 15 hours away. But that was in the widows group. He lost his wife. But maybe meeting, there's so many people here. And that was another thing he was saying too. He was like, you live in Houston and you're, a tall, attractive girl. Like, what's going on? Like, why are you reaching out to a guy that lives 2.5 hours away from you? And I, I was like, I don't know. I just saw your comment. I really liked it. He said his thing, and then I commented and it sounded, it was really nice. And then I went to his page and I found him attractive. And so I just reached out. Like I just put myself out there, and we had this like crazy 1 week back and forth. And then we met each other and we saw each other for 4 days.
Wow, yeah.
It's not like he saw me one day and was like, get away from me.
Yeah, I
Some
cannot
guys
get you
maybe.
back some reason, but I can see you here on my computer. I have three Mandy Bees here, and some reason this one that I'm trying to put you, this Mandy Bee 3.
I just know, you know what it is? I know I'm hearing
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
why it's not working.
yeah.
I'm kind of glad I'm not on there right now. I can see myself, and I just look bloated. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I'm doing this to myself. Like I don't feel like I look attractive. Like I feel really tired looking and bloated, and
Uh-oh. I'm
just kind of
bleeding.
down on myself right now because I'm being rejected.
Yeah.
What happened?
I just bleeding here
You're bleeding.
from the lip.
So
No, but it's okay.
oh
Yeah.
okay.
I have.
So it's all good. I know I'm gonna.
Don't worry. This is a weird stream, but you're gonna be okay no matter what. Sorry, I'm bleeding here in the
Oh,
lip.
wait a minute. So not only am I not there, but I have a crack looking face.
I have to put this. Keep speaking and speak, but I have to get this something paper because I'm bleeding.
Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. There's 12 people here. Are most of these people caffeine quitters? Are you going through a nervous system recovery? I'm just curious because there's not a lot of. I love that you're being social, Jesse. You're connecting, but there's 12 people. I'm just curious. Are there
I
caffeine
don't know.
quitters,
I don't know.
recovery?
I think we're gonna wrap it up now. Probably.
Okay, I was just asking with the people. Oh, now there's 13 people. I was just wondering who was here, if they're caffeine quitters or going through nervous system recovery. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. This
Take a
cool.
screenshot of what my face. Take a screenshot of what my face looks like.
I cannot. I don't know how to take it.
It's really bad?
No, but I cannot take it away. Like I don't know.
Oh no.
Okay.
See, this is very humbling. This is very humbling for me.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I'm glad you're social, Jesse.
Yes, you are very social. It's really cool that there is somebody to talk with us. We are not always just
We can be maniacs. Mania.
Yeah.
Where are we maniacs? We're dopamine maniacs together right now. We're just like,
Yeah. But
are there anybody? I mean, Jesse, you say all the things you want to say, but is there anybody? Hey, I don't have brain fog right now. Okay, let's talk about the improvements. I have no brain fog. I feel good. I just feel manic. I do feel manic.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up now. So
And it's gonna adjust. Okay, okay.
It's
I'm
gonna.
listening.
But
I'm
the
listening.
next part we're gonna hear from Mandy's update and my update. So we're gonna do that
Yes.
for some point.
Now there's 14 people. I think I'm getting dopamine from there's being 14 people.
Mandy, I will probably
I wanted
call
to know who was
you.
here. Okay.
Okay, so I
Okay,
call you some
bye.
point, but
Thank you.
I'm gonna cut now this stream. So thank you, everyone. And
I won't go mania shopping, Jesse.
no, you
Okay,
won't.
bye.